Where's Greg at? Greg, come here. Come here. Come over here. Come on. Hey. That's going to be a problem. Come here, Greg. Get that. Yeah, bring it here. Come over here where I can keep an eye on your dummy head. Yep. There you go. Gotta keep an eye on this guy. All right, good boy. So, I'm drinking a beer. Why not? Makes me feel good. I was feeling a little poopy this morning because I didn't get much sleep. So I stayed up till 4 o'clock. And now it's 8 o'clock. No, it's like 10 o'clock by now. No, maybe 10:30. My stomach's upset because I drank 5 beers last night. And I didn't have breakfast. And I had coffee. And so today I've had a Cliff Bar, coffee, a nicotine pouch, and now having a beer. Why? Why not? Who gives a shit, man? All right, so let's turn this up a little bit. One. Oh, that's perfect. All right. Put some gloves on. No need in getting your hands completely filthy for no reason. So, I've got a flower tucked behind my ear. It smells interesting. Oh my goodness. Let's see here. Let's pull this back one out just for a looky doodle. So what we're doing here right now, people, is we're gonna dig into this old fart bag here a little bit. And we're gonna see, without assuming anything about this engine, we're not gonna assume any sensors are bad, or we're not gonna assume anything. What we're gonna do is, since it's almost non-computerized, we're going to just change what you would normally change if you had a misfire. We're going to investigate and change what you would normally change if you had a misfire. But not only that, we're going to replace things that you would replace anyway, right? So I was going to put plugs on this anyway. So putting plugs in it and wires on it in the distributor is not just throwing parts at the problem. Well, I shouldn't say. It's not just that, is what I should say. I'm going to do that anyway, but let's throw some parts at this first before we go jump into conclusions that it actually has problems. That's a little tight. Obviously it has problems, but I mean problems. A lot of you people, when your engine starts misfiring, you're like, oh shit, this thing has problems. I'm going to throw this car away. Don't fucking do that. Don't fucking do that, people. It would be like saying, man, I'm gonna kill myself because my fucking tooth cracked, Yeah, it's got a cracked tooth. Let's fix a tooth, All right, here's a big reveal. What do we got going on here? We've got a beautiful spark plug. What do I mean by beautiful? Let me come over here and show you. It's not wet. It's not covered in heat ignite, you know what I mean? It's not covered in oil. If you had gas, if it was wet, if it was black, if it was carboned up, that thing looks like a nicely firing spark plug. We're gonna keep this for evidence. You don't throw this shit away. I think Ford's, I'm looking at it right now. It's right here on this front bumper thing. Thank you, Ford. You guys are pretty cool over there at the Ford factory. I know, Henry, you were a little bit of a Nazi, but aren't we all, I don't know. Okay, so this is plug number 8. So I'm going to sit it here. That's going to be evidence for later. That's plug number 8. The girl at the parts store was like, what kind of plugs do you want? I was like, the cheapest shit you got. She was like, oh my god. That's like, you know what I mean. You don't want to buy the bleep blop, fucking whatever the fucks they're called. And I'm like, no, dude, just the cheap shit. This is a cheap truck. I can't find the spark plug hole. Oh, there it is. On the side of the engine. Yeah. Should I put some grease on them? I should. Am I going to? I'm not. Yeah, I got the cheap plugs because it doesn't take a lot to make a spark plug, people. You're being sold everything. Spark plug is a chunk of whatever kind of metal it is. I don't know. You guys know more than me. And it's a piece of porcelain. It's very cheap to manufacture. It's very easy to manufacture. I think I paid $7 a piece for these plugs, and that's way too fucking much, people. These were the cheap ones. Cheap spark plugs in today's market should be about $3. They're not. They're $7. Plug one. AC Delcos. She's like, well, at least you use an AC Delco. It's a Ford part. Are Delcos Ford parts? AC Delco? I guess they are. I don't know. That was plug number one. We don't have plug wires. We're going to put that back on there now. So, that's actually plug 8, right? That was plug number 8. We're going to put the boot back on. What's it look like? It looks pretty good. The wire, that's what I was looking at. Can I get it to click? I hope I can get it to click. There, that was a little click. It was a thump, not so much a click. Valve covers on this are bare metal, and the plug wires are laying on them a little bit. So I guess that maybe that could be, these are all things that make me say this could be a problem, that could be a problem. The plugs laying on the valve cover gaskets could be a problem. Plug wires. Could. Not is, could. All right. Correlation is not causality. Do you guys know what that means? I'm untwisting these plug wires because they look better when they're not twisted on each other. That makes it run better. If it looks better, it'll run better. Plug number 2. Are you guys still watching for some reason? Are you that bored? I'm going to upload a 45-minute video of changing spark plugs. I'm not. I'm going to turn it off here in a second, and then I'll just show you what I find. I like this little engine. Boy, I wish somebody would have put some grease on these plugs before me, because they're a little tight coming out. Oh. They say that smell is one of the strongest triggers of memory. Speaking of smell, Greg. Hey, buddy. Greg. Greg, hey. Greg. Come on, bud. Get over here. Come on. Greg. Hey, buddy. Come here. Everybody. Come here. Come here. Let's get some food. We're not getting food. I'm lying to you. Come here. Come on. Let's go inside here and get the cat. Let's eat a cat or two. Come on. Come on. Come on in here. I know. Sad face. You ran out. Come on. I wasn't watching the baby. He was over at the neighbor's house across the street. Bad dog owner. I'm that fucking neighbor now. I'm the neighbor that lets the dog run around. You see? Remember when you point the finger at others, you're pointing for right back at yourself. This plug looks pluggy. I really want to find a fucked up plug, guys. At least one. I'm gonna find some fucked up plugs. Okay. Now this is making me think, well, that was only 2 of 8. There's a possibility that those 2 were okay, right in a row. 2 plugs right in a row. It's all odds and probabilities, right? It's making me think it's an ignition problem. And the fact that the center part of that coil rattles around in the other part is a little unnerving to me. It could be shorting from the inner to outer windings. I doubt it, but I don't know. We'll find out here. So, all right. Well, I'm just gonna let you keep filming. We'll keep filming it. I don't know how long you can film for. Can you film for 45 minutes? Maybe. I guess so. We'll see what happens. My phone will probably yell at me pretty soon. I gotta tell you, that first beer tastes fantastic. Poor Greg had to go back inside because he doesn't know where the edge of the yard is. The world is his oyster. He decided to just go check out the neighbor's house, and we can't have that. We can't have that. I'm pretty certain we got the plug wires on this thing in the right order. It took a little while. I tried swapping them one for one off the old distributor onto this one, and the O'Reilly's parking lot. But in the middle of it, something happened and confusion set in, and let's put a plug in there. Then we can put a wire on it. That's how that works. And then I lost my head, and I had to like rethink everything about how to put this distributor in here, and I don't know. I had 2 plug wires coming off this. They were like 2 in a row going to 2 consecutive cylinders in a row. And I was like, well, that's not right. This fucking thing doesn't, it fires across the engine, doesn't it? Like left, right, left, right, left, right. I would think it does. I don't know. I'm an A&P mechanic. I work on aircraft. I deal with things like balance and whatnot. And I would think that they would want it to fire on opposite sides of the engine, you know what I mean? In a serial. And the way the plug wires were set on this, it was firing 2 cylinders on the same side of the engine. I don't think that's how it should work. But, I don't know anything about anything. So that bothered me. So I started questioning myself. Before you know it, I had too many wires off the distributor at one time, and it turned into a fucking circus. And then I had to go online and try to figure out what the firing order of this thing is, which I did figure it out. I don't remember it now because I have the memory of a goldfish. And then, in addition to that, then I had to figure out where one should be on the fucking distributor cap. And, then from there it just went to shit. But, of course, I hopped on the internet. And did you know that Ford distributor caps, Jeffrey Epstein eats babies, Ford distributor caps, that still feels like crap. That doesn't make me happy. No, it's okay. Why I said Jeffrey Epstein eats babies, the whole time I'm trying to search Ford rotors, Ford distributor caps, the internet's just trying to tell me all about eating babies and shit. And I'm like, oh my God. And then that reminds me, I just noticed the other day, do you guys know that you can buy an app, you can purchase an app, which I think I'm going to do. I think I've come to the realization of what's going on. You can purchase an app that is your search browser. So you can get rid of Google, right? And then you use this browser that you pay a service for. You pay a service fee for using the browser. And so rather than you being the product, the browser is the product, and you pay for the browser. And I think I might do that. I think it's time to take the power back, you know what I mean? And start curating my own internet experience rather than letting the robot overlords do it for me. Jack Link's beef jerky. You guys see? What did I see? I saw some crossover bullshit. It was like Jack Link's beef jerky flavored Doritos. I don't know what the fuck it was. It was something weird. And I was like, look, oh, it was Takis flavored beef jerky, I think is what it was. And I thought, I think I would rather eat a baby than that. I would feel better about eating a baby. You know, not an American baby though. You know, that would make me feel bad. I would eat like a. I would eat. I would eat like an Aboriginal Australian baby, probably. That was horrible of me to say. I wouldn't really do that because the sand would get in your teeth. No, I'm just joking. Don't. These are jokes. Oh, this is bad. By bad, I mean this one looks good too. I wanted it to look bad. It doesn't. It looks good. The electrode is getting slightly worn down on all of them, but they look like they were making sparks, so that's bad. We wanted to see some trouble, but it's all about leading us towards the solution, right? The reason why Johnny Lawyer sold me this thing, smiling and shaking my hand saying, it's all good, bro. We're going to find out what he didn't know, and we're going to fix it. Got a hold of him the other day to see if he had the tailgate. He does not have the tailgate for this. The guy that had it before him has the tailgate for this, and apparently he did now. So the tailgate's gone. We'll get a tailgate for it. You gotta have a tailgate, man. You can't. It's like a rooster without tail feathers. You just, it's not complete. You gotta have a tailgate on your truck, or you look like a total. You look like a rooster without a tail. Let's get that going again. Started. That's good. Now the other side's gonna be slightly more problematic because I got that freaking snork dork hanging over the side there. So I won't be able to put my tentacle down in there to do this. I don't know. Maybe it won't be that bad. What am I doing? I can't do that. Okay. I've got a Husky tool set, which is it's not fun. It could have been fun, but the box broke. The little latches for the box broke. Husky, listen to me. Good tools. I don't mind them. Your ratchets are a little clunky, but they're workable. The finish of the tools is good. There's no rust on them. I've left them out in the rain by accident, wrenching on the Jeep. But the box you send them to us in, guys, the latches suck. And then the box falls open and all the little thingies in there go everywhere. And the little foam separator thing you put between the two flappers, that sucks too. So they get scrambled and then it just all goes to shit. So most of the Husky toolbox is now lost. So gonna have to get another one of those. I think it was like $120 or something. So you know, we'll get another one. Not a big deal. So, but the reason I'm saying this, I got to go from half to a 3/8 adapter to a 3/8 extension to my 5/8 socket because I don't have the things that you're supposed to have. I'm not a real man. Okay, that's plug number 3. Ooh. Can I get a little click? Oh, yeah. Talk to me. Come on, give me a bad plug here. Give me a little love, people. Give me a little bad plug. Give me a bad plug, baby. Maybe it's that whole side. That'd be cool if it was like that whole. Oh, yeah, that was a tight one. So, the fact that I'm not finding effed up plugs right now is telling me that it may be an intermittent miss, but it was missing so bad that It was missing so bad. Yeah, I guess intermittent would feel like a pretty repetitive miss if it's just doing it all the time. So, yeah, it's, you know, we'll find out. It was definitely an ignition miss. No, I shouldn't say definitely. Because I say that because I could just smell fuel. You know, I could just smell unburnt fuel, which means it's getting fuel. And it's not igniting it. Since my tailpipe's chopped off right behind the engine, I got to sniff that all the way home. And where the gear shift goes through the floor, the little the flapper that goes around it is destroyed. So all that exhaust gas was just coming right up into the driving compartment, and it smelled so bad. All right, this one looks good too. All these plugs look good on that side. So it's evidence, right? Evidence of what is wrong with this guy. It's like playing warmer, colder when you were a kid. Getting warmer, getting colder. These things are apparently notorious for the throttle position sensor going out. I'm not saying they go out early, but this got 200 and some thousand miles on it. So things that will go wrong have gone wrong. So, you know, it could just be the throttle position sensor, because there's all kinds of symptoms. One of which being when you give it gas, it just stumbles. So if it doesn't know where the throttle's at, that's probably a problem. I like this truck. I might fucking fix it up. I don't know. I gotta tell you guys, that first beer of the morning, it's pretty good. It doesn't suck. If I had a creek in my backyard right now, I'd go do a cold plunge. And I just get, well, it's a little cold right now, but man, I think a cold beer in a creek right now, man, that sounds. Eric Smith. I gotta come see you, man. Not because I like you, because I want to hang out in your backyard. Kidding, I like you. All right, that's way too tight. I've never snapped off a spark plug in a hole before, but I imagine it's bad. I had a Ford with the Triton in it, the one with the long spark plugs, the one with the long nipples, and she had a hesitation. It had everything that was wrong with those. Cam phasers, fucking lash adjuster that bled down overnight, the whole thing. And I almost was changing the plugs out, and my buddy next door was a Ford tech, and he's like, "Hey, dude, don't touch those spark plugs." I said, "Why not?" He's like, "If it's not misfiring, don't change them, because you might break one, and then you're in a lot of trouble." That's interesting. Vent. Crankcase vent comes all the way over here, and then it goes into the air box, and then it goes all the way back over to there, rather than just going into the intake right there. They have their reasons. All right, so that's one bank down. No fucked up plugs. I wanted fucked up plugs. I wanted them pretty bad. Let's see. Bank number 2. There'd be no reason why bank number 2 only is fucked. That I know of. Will you guys stand here? Roosters. Yeah, look at that. Don't want to be leaning over, you'll feel weird. Oh, it rotates. You still recording? Yep. Bank number 2. I can see him. Can I touch him? If I can touch him, can I see him when I'm touching him? Oh my baby, I love you. You're right there. I can touch you and see you. Can I? Mostly. Yeah. All right. Man, I'm liking this truck even more every moment. I can touch all of them. We'll start from the back. We'll do the worst one first one. We're gonna eat the frog, you know? You know what that means? It means if you get up in the morning and eat a frog every morning. I don't know who said it. Was it Plato? Was it Socrates? Was it Vince Neil? I don't know who it was. If you get up and eat a frog every morning, they say. He said, it said, she said, they said. I don't know. At least you got the worst part of your day over. That means get up and do the shitty thing right away so that you can have a good day for the rest of the day. So do the shitty part first. That way you can enjoy the fruits of your labors later on in the day. I'm not enjoying that. Or am I? No, I'm definitely not enjoying that. That's going to be a problem for everybody. My wrench is just too long. Let's try it from this side here real quick. Let's see. I don't mind this taking a while. I don't have anything better to do. I mean, I've got other things to do, but they're not better. Let's come up here like this. Which is also, it's too short to do that, and it's too long to do this. Hear that? That's ½ inch of wrench movement, wrench sweep as they call it in the professional world. Engine ground, that's still there. That's a good thing to have. You need a good engine ground. Does this go like this maybe? That's where I was the first time. And if you try it a second time, sometimes the second time is all you needed. Okay. That thing's made out of metal. That's gonna hurt my hand. Okay. Put that across the battery terminal. Keeps the wrench warm for you. What do these do? I'm gonna tell you beyond a shadow of a doubt, this one's way more fun than that one. That's probably for the handle, for the jack that's supposed to be here. That is not there. All right, we gotta come up with a new solution for the. Do you guys like Jethro Tull? I always thought that the lead singer of Jethro Tull's name was probably Jethro Tull. I used to think it was also tall. I thought he was Jethro who was tall. No, that's not going to make it anything better. We only have one option, and that's to go short. I don't know what the lead singer's name was, but I like the way he played the flute. He was a hell of a flautist. Other band I like that plays flute that's like a rock band is a band called Boy Hits Car. Write that down, Boy Hits Car. First album's fantastic. You won't like it because you don't have good taste in music, but if you did, you would like Boy Hits Car. Did you hear that? Boy Hits Car. Third album got weird and just mainstream and stupid, but man, the first album is delightfully different and refreshing, and it still stands to this day. If they released that album today, you wouldn't like it. So there you go. Go ahead and check them out, and don't like them. Tell me how much you don't like them. I should have some sunblock on and or a hat, which I will do here pretty soon because can feel God looking at me. All right, so now I've just got this to get on that, and that's I don't have a flopulator to angle my approach. I can only go straight on. Well, my man toolbox is at my ex-wife's house apparently, and if all the tools haven't been used as pry bars and paint scrapers, they're pretty good. And I guess we're gonna have them back here pretty soon, and then I can do real work. But for now, I'm just using my little ladies toolbox. They're good tools. I just told you they're good. They're not bad. They're not complete, All right, let's put our hand back in this hole again. Also, the heater line. Oh, it's right there, All right, we can't let this defeat us. I kind of have to walk away for a bit. I'll come back. We'll talk to you later.